So many congratulations, Hassan. Again, another achievement from Tetra Pak. One of you who passed already in the last week, Jawad, and now you. So I think we have already crossed around 10 or 15 people from Tetra Pak, and you are one of the lucky one also. So many congratulations. I will ask you some questions like how you did it, and you have been a busy professional, like traveling across the world, doing multiple projects, and you are actually from the projectized organization also. So, what made you to do PMP? How you did? How you found me? And what did you study and how you study? That's what the audience want to know. So, all those busy professionals working in different parts of the world, what they can get from you is that how you managed to get the time and how specifically you did study. So you can, anyone can pass the exam. I will not disturb you. You go ahead and explain yourself. Over to you.
First of all, thank you, Dr. Imran, for giving me an opportunity to introduce myself and to share some thoughts on my PMP exam experience. As far as my background is concerned, I'm an electrical engineer with masters in engineering management, with major subjects as project management, facility management, etc. And I have been working in project division for different organizations for the past 14 years almost. Uh, I'm in Tetra Pak nowadays. I'm in Tetra Pak and serving Tetra Pak as automation project automation project responsible for the projects in Middle East region and Pakistan region as well. If I talk about my PMP journey, I received I was always targeting this certification, and it's just I got a little bit late, and I did procrastination. And ultimately, when I set my goal that I have to do it now. So last year, you were recommended to me by one of my colleague in Tetra Pak, and he said to me that contact him because for PMP you need 35 credit hours. Yes. So I contacted you and attended your lectures. The quality of lectures I will come on that a little bit later. So I attended your lectures last year in October. After that, I was supposed to take the test, and you pushed me as well. However, due to my busy schedule and project and job responsibilities, I could not attend the exam. I had to travel out of the country to Saudi for like 4 to 5 months. Afterwards, I was in Qatar, then I was in Oman, and then ultimately I got some window in 2025 September that I can take the exam. I was supposed to travel to Afghanistan immediately after the test. However, unfortunately, in September, I got seriously sick and I was hospitalized. I had to reschedule my exam immediately to October last week, to 21st October. Hence, when I returned from, hence I had to travel to Afghanistan later, and I had to prepare for my exam in Afghanistan. And afterwards, when I came back 2-3 days back, then I had the opportunity to take this exam, and ultimately I passed. If I talk about doctors, your role, to be honest, this whole exam I passed due to your motivation, your content, your simulators. To be honest, if I talk about like last year, when I attended your lectures, I could not attend your first 2 lectures. However, you were cooperative enough to tell me what I missed in the first 2 lectures, and then the next 2 lectures I covered it up. Afterwards, it was not like you granted me the certificate and just left me on my own. You continuously kept pushing me that when I book the date, pass the exam, you are eligible enough, you are ready for the exam, go for it. However, as I said, I had some project responsibilities and I had to travel, so I delayed it. But another nicer thing which I noted that other than your classes which I paid for, you message me, and you did not only message me, you used to message each and every aspirant that attend any of your lectures in future. I mean, it's a free pass for attending your lecture anytime. after you have attended your first lecture. So it's not like I have attended one time and now I'm on my own. I can always revert back to you on what I was always in contact with you through WhatsApp, and I can always revert to you with some questions, queries, and you would always answer me when you get time. And it was completely open communication, which basically kept me motivated. That otherwise, sometimes people get demotivated that okay, let's leave it. It will be a difficult exam, but it was your continuous motivation plus your continuous sharing of the other success stories which you kept sharing, and by reading those stories it was like putting something in my heart and mind that I can do it as well. So that was really good effort by you. Plus the simulator on which I did my mock exams, which was provided by you, that simulator really helped me shape my mindset to how to sort out the exam, how to solve it, how to sort it out in the timely manner. And without if I had not practiced those mock exams, I would not have the mindset to how to deal with the questions, what is expected of me, how to cut off the wrong answers, and how to proceed with the time. So yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, I told you, look, I think in the first class when we started, we said that project is about communication. Project is about working with the stakeholders. It's just not a process that you just give it to them. There will be an output when no one knows you delivered your thing and that's it. So we need to provide value. So Alhamdulillah, we did well, and you did not also give up even after pushing. Some people like they stop replying also. They see my messages, but they stop replying that, okay, yeah, I will reply, I'm busy. And they keep struggling for those things. So I always hear, especially like your type of stories. Like I think Adnan was also one of the person who got sick just before exam, and now you from the Tetra Pak. That just before exam you guys got sick, but you did not prove yourself that no, I will delay it for X amount of time. And I think you asked me, you want me to reschedule? I said, no, you are good. Keep it on time. We will make it, inshallah. So yeah, result. Look, dedications, communications, and support. That's how we deliver the value. If one of the stakeholders are disconnected and we are not interacting, so results will never come. So it's good. So let's talk about your exam. So like, we have three portions of the exam, three half, part A, part B, and part C. So how was your experience in part one, part two, part three? Which one was easier for you and difficult, and how you managed to find answers? If you could guide the other people.
Yeah. So when I attended your lectures, remember you always when you used to give us questions and we used to answer them, you always used to say, don't focus on the right answer only, focus on the wrong answers as well. Cut off the wrong answers one by one with the logic behind. It's not like you are taking a guess that this one will be right, this one will be right. That way you can never pass the exam. You should know that why the wrong answers are wrong and why the right answers are the right ones. And if I talk about my experience at the exam hall, I would suggest to future aspirants that reach the exam hall at least 30 to 45 minutes before. Relax yourself over there so that you can calm yourself, have a good night's sleep before one day before, and wake up early in the morning. Relax yourself, relax your mind, so that this exam pressure, exam tension, it can get off your head, and then reach the exam center 30 to 45 minutes before, which will give you ample time to adjust according to the surroundings and the environment and the new people over there. Once the process is done, like you place your belongings in the locker, etc., and always choose the center near your home so that you can avoid this travel time pressure to the exam center. Yeah. And once the exam started, the first portion, first 60 questions, initially first 10 questions were like, they were very normal, to be honest, but I was feeling pressure that I'm sitting in an exam environment, and I have to be very alert. I have to be mindful about the time. I was continuously keeping an eye on the time. Then once I went through the questions, then I realized that my preparation is well enough to cater for these questions, because when I was picking up the right answers, I knew why the wrong answers were wrong. So that was really helping me in overcoming the pressure that I can do it. Yes. After 60 questions, I took my 10 minutes break. Luckily, there was I asked the examiner. So I will suggest aspirants that always you can ask the examiner or an invigilator that if there is any tea or a cup of tea or cup of coffee available, because they arranged a cup of tea for me, to be honest. And
Great.
because it was time, it was at that time, it was 11 a.m. It was coffee and tea time over there in the center. So they offered me one as well. I had my cup of tea. I was again refreshed. For the next 60 questions, I came back on the seat. I restarted my questions, and the environment at the exam center was really good. And I believe at every exam center it would be good. You just raise your hand if you have any query in the camera, and they will come to you immediately. There was no stress or pressure by the exam center or that things are not working. There was nothing like that. The process were really, really very simple by the PMI. Even the exam, I was given introduction to the how to sort out the questions, how to highlight the key points, how to flag for review later. So
Perfect.
after 60 questions, then the next part, it was easy as well. And I was sailing through the questions, to be honest. Like I was following this rule that I have to finish the first 60, since I had 230 minutes for the test. So I was targeting that by 150, when I have 155 minutes remaining, I should be done with my break plus 60 questions. And then after 155 questions, my next target after first 60 questions was to finish the next 60 like by the 80th minute along with my break. So for the last half, I can have 80 to 85 minutes, and that I followed actually. And the main thing behind time, I took pressure of time in the initial questions, but later on when I got adjusted to the environment, the questions were really simple. However, there were some long statements, there were some drag and drop questions. I was mainly drag and drop questions. I was just flagging them for to do it at the end of the 60 questions so that I do not break my momentum. And that really helped me. There were drag and drop questions in every section, like 3 to 4 drag and drop questions at least. And I flagged them and did it at a later time because, drag and drop takes a little bit, time to think and to, yeah. So once my 180 questions were complete, to be honest, when I was around 150th question, 160th, I knew I can pass the exam because whatever answers I gave, I was very sure that I can.
Confident,
they were right. Yeah. So by the 180th question, now I was targeting just to be above target in the domains, in all the 3 domains. So once the once the test was finished, then it was immediate result given to me, and I really nailed it. So that was the happy moment of my life.
So when you were solving questions, did you see any formula related questions?
Formula related, no. There was no need to use the calculator at all. Yeah.
Any
For
network
me, at least.
diagram or float?
No float, no network diagram. It was more situational based questions. Almost all of them were situational based, asking me what I will do, how will I react in this situation, how will I. There were many questions regarding the motivation of the team, regarding how you carry the team with yourself, how the servant leadership is carried out, but no numericals, no flow diagrams, nothing like that.
So more about like people-based questions, more towards hybrid or predictive. Which one was that? Predictive
Yes.
or hybrid?
It was hybrid and agile, mostly. Predictive ones, I think 4, 5, maybe 8 questions, hardly. It was mostly related to hybrid or agile, and yeah, and procurement and these other domains of the project management. They were all there.
Great.
The questions are related to this.
So how you manage the time, which is the most important part, remained from our communication, that how you manage the time while traveling and without having internet or bad internet, how you practice yourself.
So for the future aspirants, I would like to suggest that when you are going to schedule the exam at least 50 days afterwards. Schedule the exam, do the mock tests. It's not like you can never, if you are going to think that you can cram this exam, you can pass this exam through cramming, you can learn the definitions and you can just clear the exam. It's not going to happen that way. You should have the mindset, you should have the logic behind what you're studying, and whatever mock exams you're giving, Don't focus like I have to learn the answers or I have to learn the questions.
No.
It's not like that. You have to focus that you gave the right answer in the mocks exam, very good, but with the wrong answers, what does that mean? Like, for example, it's not gonna if you don't know about the crystal methodology in agile, if and it was in the mock exam, you did not select it and it was the right answer. So the crystal methodology, you cannot leave it that I don't know about crystal methodology. It was not the right answer in the mock exam. It can come. Its situation can come in the actual exam. So always in the mock exam, focus on the wrong answers as well, and the right answer, of course. Don't guess. Don't keep guessing. You should have logic behind that. So when 15, I had 15 days in Afghanistan. The internet was very poor over there, but yes, I had to allocate 3 to 4 hours daily to prepare for this exam. It's not like I was cramming or I was trying to cram, but I was trying to adjust myself according to the exam environment, how to manage my time. So that's how I uh, did it. In traveling, of course, there is always a pressure when you are in actual execution of the project. You have to deal with the customer in the morning, and in the evening you have to do
Deal with
this
me.
preparation. So a lot of cups of coffee, teas, and this stuff went, but ultimately it paid off.
So again, my same old logic that after the training, 2 to 3 weeks are enough to pass the exam if you dedicate your time and your what we call it, dedications of time as well as continuous practice. 2 or maximum
100,
third week is enough, right?
100%, 100%.
And I
I
always say
agree.
if you don't
After,
do it in 1 month, then it will take X amount of time and you don't know the value of X. You will keep finding
yeah,
X all the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Perfect. Great.
100%. You have to book the exam as soon. In your last lecture, you always tell us that how to book your exam, and then that's the time one should book the exam after 15 days. Just go with the full force for the 15 days. Like, at least not full force, but at least dedicate 3 to 4 hours. That's more than enough for 15 days, and you can really nail the exam if your concepts are clear. If you have taken the classes of Dr. Imran with focus.
Perfect. Great. Thank you very much, Hassan, for such a great feedback. Really appreciate that. Thanks for interesting. Thanks for understanding. And thanks for trusting on my logics and my explanations. Perfect.
Yes,
Hopefully
and
to
I
see
would
you
like to.
next and next
Yeah, I
certification
would.
also. You are not running away, okay? There are many things to
Hopefully,
be done. Yeah.
I would like to add here that I had this support from my organization, from my line manager as well, to go for it, nail it, and also to the future aspirants of project management. It's not like if you are not directly involved in a project environment, you cannot give this exam. You can always give this exam if you are working in a project mindset, because this PMP, it changes your vision. It gives you a new thinking of looking at the things. It's always when you are part of a team and you have this certification, you can always break down the complex things into the simpler ones. That's what this certification taught me. And I did not did this certification just for just a certificate or something in my resume. I did this to change my mindset, to change my way of looking at things in my future project execution. So, and Dr. Imran, you really really helped me in that. Your lectures, I one thing I wanted to say about your lectures for quite long, that whenever in your lectures you open your whiteboard and you start doing the things from the very scratch, from the first till the last, and you summarize everything. That's really a very good crux of the whole 4 hours lecture, which can help us in the at the end of the exam, just to revise before the exam. So
Exactly.
that is really cool. And the way you take your experience with yourself, the way you take your experience with yourself, that it's not like you just give them the certificate and for 35 hours credit and just leave them on their own. You just take them with you, just like it has become your responsibility
Exactly.
to make them pass the PMP. So that's really hats off to you for all the follow-ups with the rigid ones as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. Really appreciate for your kind feedback. Really appreciate it, Hassan. So yeah, again, many congratulations. Enjoy, have to celebrate because you have to do the small celebrations of your achievements. It will keep you motivated for the next thing. And if I think I remember in the first or second class, I told you about that. It's not about getting the PMP as a paper. It's about outcome you will produce for yourself and for your organizations. Then it matters. Otherwise, doing PMP just for a certificate, it's just throwing the money somewhere else. There is no benefit at all. If you take it as a course, it's not going to help you. Perfect.
100%
I will let you go. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Really appreciate that. Best of luck for the future one, and I'll see you soon in another achievement, inshallah.
Thank you, Dr. Imran. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.